All right, everybody, what's up? Good morning. No, good morning. Yeah, I wish good morning. Good evening. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing this evening? What's up, guys? Kind of a crazy day today. Today, I think, was a typical bull trap.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in the morning pre-market, how this was a trap.
My screen's frozen too. Oh no, here we go. We're back.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? Sorry, guys, my screen was frozen there for a second, but what's up, everybody? Welcome. Michael Edward here, head trader at your trading group. I got with me Jason Spatafora, aka the Wolf of Weed Street.
Howdy, everybody.
Yeah, my screen keeps on freezing again. Yeah, I got a little bit of a lag there. Guys, today was a pretty crazy day. Today was a crazy day because we were originally up about 900 points or so in the morning, and we ended up giving back the entire day. Yeah, I know the screen keeps still frozen. Yeah, we are still frozen. This is crazy. You guys can hear me though, right? You just have my screen is frozen. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's been going on. The last couple times I've done a live stream, we've had some serious issues here with the connection to YouTube. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. The audio sounds great. I've got to get the. We got to get. I'm gonna refresh everything, guys. We got to get the screen share working again. I can't do it with the screen frozen like this. Give me a couple minutes, guys, to get this thing. Yeah, no, Nas, I hear you, bro. I don't know what's going on with YouTube because it's been the last couple times now. I know my audio sounds great. My audio is nice and clear, but for some reason the screen is frozen. So I know. Yeah, let's buy puts against YouTube. Well, I think Google owns them, so we're gonna start shorting Google then. Yep, no, we're still frozen, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Jason, you gotta turn that off. Guys, I'm not sure what's the issue here. If you guys can hear me perfectly fine, but the screen is completely frozen.
I thought Adam was working on it.
We're on. Um, guys, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's an issue. Yeah, Chad. I mean, it's got to be a connection on YouTube's end. I mean, you guys can hear me perfectly fine, so I'm not sure why the screen is frozen on YouTube. Yeah, I know the sound is good. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting it too to see if it's my connection, but it's not. My connection reads excellent. My connection strength right now reads excellent. So I'm not sure what the issue is. Maybe it's just my webcam. Guys, we're just gonna. I think it's just my webcam. I think it's just my webcam. So my screen share is working though. Yeah. All right, guys. It's just the webcam. So screw it. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. Um, what we're gonna do here, guys, is you guys just aren't gonna be able to see me because the webcam connection is just not working. But you guys can see my chart. You guys can hear me fine. So forget it. You guys just won't be able to see me this time. But we're gonna get things going and get things rolling here. So, guys, today, today we had a very interesting day today, and today I think was a very typical bull trap, and that bull trap is something that Jason and I were talking about earlier in the market. I mean, in the morning pre-market, Jason and I were talking about a potential bull trap with this gap up today. We were gapping up right into a major resistance area that I'm gonna go over with you guys because I ended up taking a SPY put option trade in the morning. Jason had an Apple put option trade, and both trades were home runs. So we're going to discuss both of those trades with you. We're going to recap those trades today. Before I do so, I'm going to give. Yeah, let me see if I can remove. It's a good idea. Let me see if I can remove that and see if that changes anything. No, I'm still there. I'm still there. I even deleted it. I deleted the webcam and it is still there. So I'm not sure what the issue is, but I deleted it. On my end, it is deleted, but you guys still see me. It's not even on my screen anymore. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on. Um, but we're gonna get into it, guys. So those are the trades that we're gonna recap for you guys today. Um, 43% gain on a SPY put option trade, 137% gain on an Apple option trade. And before I do so, I'm going to give some time for some people to log on, as I always do. And Jason and I will take some questions from you guys. So I'll start off. We'll do the first 30 minutes or so for you guys to ask me questions about anything that you guys want. If it's something trading related, if it's about TTG, if it's about me, Jason, whatever. Whatever it is. So just go ahead, guys, fire away. I'll give the first couple about 30 minutes or so. See if I actually see if that changes anything. Nope. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure what's wrong with the connection. So go ahead, guys, fire away. Jason and I will answer some questions for the first few minutes of this before we get underway. All right. Thoughts on tomorrow, Moise. My thoughts on tomorrow. I think we go lower tomorrow. I think that the high that we put in today, I think holds for the next week or two. I think that we are going to trade lower. We go out to a daily chart. I think that we kind of overshot this level. We got denied at a nice key area of resistance. And I think it's a lot more likely that we see ourselves pull in from here and maybe we get back down towards 252 or so. I think that's a lot more likely than if we push higher to our next key resistance level, which is going to be up in the mid 280s. So I think a much, much, much higher chance we get back down to the 250s, 240s than there is we get up towards 285 or something like that. So I'm going to be looking for I'm going to be looking for us to pull back in off of today's high. Tomorrow, I think we can see a follow through downside day towards maybe 257 is kind of what I'm going to be looking for. Okay. I think today was a classic bull trap, and you're going to get a lot of people that came in long yesterday, long today, and they're going to be very upset, I think, in a couple of days when they realize that they bought the top of this bounce back, and then we're going to pull back in and consolidate a little bit more. The good thing is that I will say is that I'm starting to believe more and more like the bottom is in. And the reason why I'm talking about I think the bottom is in, meaning I'm saying this low I'm starting to think might be the bottom because the if the virus has really peaked, and that's why we rallied the last 2 days. If the virus has truly peaked, we've gotten 3 consecutive days now with a slowdown in the increase in cases, hospitalizations, ICU admissions. We've had 3 consecutive days of a slowdown. Big spike today in deaths in New York City, but deaths is a lag indicator. Somebody gets test positive, they get admitted to the hospital, they get moved to ICU, they get put on a ventilator, they end up sadly passing away. So that the death rate is going to peak just naturally after the case number peaks. So although the death number is very sad to read, the market is going to care a lot more about the case number peaking. And if this is hopefully, I hope it is. I hope that this is the beginning of the curve flattening out and starting to pull itself back down. I think if it really is the case, I think the low could be in. Do I think we could still continue? Do I think we can still continue lower? Yes, from here, but there's a good chance that 218, 220 area that was put in the middle of March, there's a good chance that holds if the spread has peaked. Then you'll have the markets will bounce around. Individual stocks will go up and down based on earnings. Some stocks are going to be more affected than others by the economic slowdown. It's going to be all about Q2, Q3, Q4 guidance. Okay. That's what it's going to be about. It's going to all be about guidance, guidance, guidance. Everybody knows Q2 is going to be a complete disaster. Everybody knows Q2 is going to be a complete disaster. All right. So what we have to look for is guidance for Q3 and Q4. is really going to be what I think dictates if the markets break that March low or if it sticks. And I think if the virus spread has peaked and the economy starts to open back up within the next maybe 3 to 4 weeks on a limited basis, I think that could be enough for that low to hold. I'm starting to believe that and think that way. So that's my thoughts on where we go tomorrow and where we go from here. Jason, I'll let you kind of talk a little bit about what your thoughts are.
Yeah, reiterating what Mike said, that today, pre-market, we were talking. This is exactly how the conversation went. Like, okay, this is gapping up like crazy. I'm not sold on it, but we have to see how strong the FOMO is in the morning, because that might be enough to push through this. And the FOMO was really strong. We started to have this conversation at like 8:30 in the morning, and then by 9:25, we started to see it kind of slow down. My first, my first alert was at 9:33. So 3 minutes into the market is when I took that first Apple put, and the reason being, and this goes for the SPY as well, because they're pretty much tethered together, was Friday we had a rough day, as well as Thursday, but then Monday we had this insane gap up, okay, followed by an insane gap into today. Now, if you're entering the market, knowing how choppy it is, knowing that there's just so much headline risk everywhere, if you're entering, you're probably going to start taking stuff off the table as a hedge, especially if you know what you're doing. Big money tends to do that. So my thought was, people are going to start ripping profit, and once people see that other people are doing the same, it's just going to snowball. So I like the odds with Apple being where it was and just making an insane move from 238 last week to what was it, 268 or something today?
Today we got all the way up to like 271 today.
271. Yeah, I just it was just overextended, and we talked about that on Monday. Where we were looking for puts. So I spent the rest of the day after doing an Apple call in the morning on Monday. So I did the 262 Apple 262.50 Apple call Monday in at $1. Should have held it. I took 71%. It ended up going to 12.80 today, which was just an incredible move. But I still didn't believe that move. So you have to factor in like the hive mentality right now that people know that on any given day a headline could just wash you out. Also, you had J.P. Morgan saying, basically saying, yeah, we're good, which scares the hell out of me. So I look at that as, all right, that's them trying to get their people out, So that's classic bull trap vernacular.
Yeah.
When J.P. Morgan starts saying, hey, the bottom's in, or Wall Street Journal is like, hey, the bull market is back, there's no way.
Yeah.
So, it really comes down to, sometimes the chart's out the window, but they are a really good gauge for, where we could go, where we could be, where we're going to have, the most issue, like pushing through. So just kind of sticking to that and looking at that channel, I just figured we'd bust into, the channel we've been hovering in for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, what Jason's referring to is today, and I think I think the gap up is mostly, I think, from this report by JP Morgan today, which is really going out on a limb. And JP Morgan today put out a report that they think that cases in the US have peaked 2 to 3 days ago, or 3 to 4 days ago. And they said that they think the worst is behind us and that they expect the economy to start opening back up in a limited capacity within the next 2 weeks. I think that had a lot to do with the gap up today. We were up 900 points. And coming into the day, I'm just saying to myself, there is just absolutely no way in hell that we are going to hold this gap up. To me, today was FOMO. Today was panic buying. You guys have to understand that bounces in bear markets are extremely overdone. And the reason for that is because in bear markets, you have short sellers are actually net buyers in bear markets. Okay. The major institutional short sellers are not getting short now. They are covering their shorts now. So when you have massive institutional short sellers that have been short since probably December, January, February, longer than that, accumulating very large positions, when you get the sell off, they're net buyers. They're covering those positions. And then in addition to that, when you get a gap up or you get some type of positive news headline, you have longs that step in thinking that they have missed the bottom. It is a FOMO move in the markets. You get moved to the upside as short sellers come in and cover their positions. That up move, okay, that starts to move markets higher, creates FOMO on longs. People come in and they chase the market higher. It's called panic buying. A lot of people don't talk about panic buying, but it is very, very real. And that's what you saw yesterday. There was no reason whatsoever for us to be up 1,700 points yesterday. No reason. And then there was even less of a reason for us to be up 900 points today after being up 1,700 yesterday. So coming into the day, there was a beautiful resistance level on the SPY. That's what prompted me to take the put option trade on the SPY today. And I'm going to get into that with you guys a little bit later, but I want to keep taking a couple of your guys' questions. So go ahead, guys. Keep firing away. I'll take questions for probably another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to get into the recaps. Yes, Richard, I would. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I think that the JP Morgan piece this morning, I think that had a lot to do with the gap up. I think that was the gap up. I think that was the gap up. Let's see if that. I'm deleting my webcam again, guys, and I'm going to see if it goes away.
I just saw a question about the algorithms. Mike, you could probably speak more to who's controlling the algorithms, because we are seeing crazy moves, especially end of the day.
Yeah, I'll
talk.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did today, so I ran a test at the end of the day, just because we noticed something really interesting, which has been happening the last couple of weeks. So we went back and looked at the data, which was, what's turning these algos loose in the last 15 minutes, and would it be consistent? So today I did a test. At the end of the day, at like 2:30, just around then, I bought one SPY call option. I bought a 274 SPY call at 266, and I alerted to the group like, look, I'm buying this. I'm just running this as a test. I fully intend to lose it. But I want to see the speed at which everything moves and what the effect is on the option. So I bought this option, this 274 SPY call, end of the day, and just waited for that 245 area when the algos start to kick in. The option went from 66. It hovered for the next 15 minutes till like 245 at like 80 cents, which isn't bad. It was like 22% return, and then it just went nuts and topped out at like $1.30. And then boom, in a flash, the SPY just collapsed in on itself. So the algorithms are, like you'll see a tweet from me every once in a while, like, okay, get ready for Skynet. And we see that at different points of the day. And we call that, we're calling that out in TTG, like ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like I'll make a call at like 11:30 in the morning, especially if I'm in an option and it's just not moving. And people will say, well, what are you planning to do? And I'll say, well, at this time during the day, this is when I expect for it to make a move. And I can base that off of what the day has done, whether it's a green day or a red day in the overall market. I have a pretty good idea of how the algo is just going to move and how it coincides with other parts of like the global markets, whether it's, the European market closing or whatever. But, understanding the algorithms is, it's really interesting, but yeah, I'd love to meet the person that programs the algos for, what they're saying. If Trump says anything positive, if he mentions the stock market, whatever it is.
Yeah.
A good question.
Yeah, and just to add to that, to add on top of your question, this question's from Joe Canada. He's asked, can I explain who's running the algorithms that are trading millions of shares a minute? Are these institution and hedge fund accounts, and are they buying and selling with themselves? These are institutions and hedge funds. Okay, algorithms are institutional trading vehicles. It's not. There are some individual retail traders that have developed and do trade off of algorithms, but the amount of volume that those individual algorithms trade is very small. The volume that you are referring to is extreme high frequency trading algorithms that hedge funds and major investment institutions and money managers use. Okay, those algorithms are not necessarily controlled by humans, but they are programmed by humans. So at the hedge fund that I used to work at, we actually had two sides of our hedge fund. We had a man managed institutional side, which was money management and asset management done and trade execution done by humans. And then we had a black box side, which black box is just an industry term for an algorithm. All right. Our lead developer, our lead programmer, you need to be a mathematical genius and a developer and computer skill genius. They are probably the most highest paid individuals on Wall Street are the people that develop these algorithms. It's very, very easy, actually, this day and age, to create a profitable algorithm. It's very, very, very difficult to create a profitable algorithm that can trade size. That is the problem. So if you are able to develop an algorithm and program an algorithm that could handle multi-billions of dollars in asset management and execution, then you will make millions of dollars a year. Our lead programmer and developer at my hedge fund, which created the algorithm, but one of my bosses, one of the owners of the fund, he dictated the trigger points for the fund. So if certain criteria are met, the algorithm will react and do certain things. And a human changes and sets that criteria. So you can have any type of news headline about cases, there's keywords. So when keywords come across a news headline, the algorithm processes those keywords in a news headline and they react. They process data, economic data that gets released when the jobless claims number comes out, when new housing jobs report, ISM non-manufacturing data. When all of these economic data figures come out, okay, all of these things trigger different actions by an algorithm. All right, 80% of all the liquidity traded on the markets today is done through an algorithm or a computer. The other 20% is done by humans. Okay, so at my fund, our lead programmer was stolen from us by Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs came in. They gave the guy it was like a $2 million signing bonus, and they gave him a very very small percentage, like a couple points, on the profit that the algorithm that he creates would generate. Now, even if you get 0.5% okay, profit on the algorithm, you're talking about an algorithm that's managing tens of billions of dollars. And if you do the math, if an algorithm that profits $1 billion on the year, even if you have a very small percentage of that, that's a lot of money for an individual. So that's who controls algorithms. It's not that they're buying and selling to themselves, Joe. It's just they're just taking liquidity from the market. They're providing liquidity. They're taking liquidity. And it's basically just funds and algorithms that are trying to fulfill orders. The reason why at the end of the day you guys usually see a massive spike in trading volume is because algorithms have not fulfilled their order flow. So throughout a trading day, an algorithm, now when you have, let's say, a $500 million position you're trying to liquidate, you can't liquidate that all at once. You have to sell little by little by little by little by little. You can't just take 500 million and go and sell it all into the market in one trade. The high frequency algorithm will sell tiny little trades all throughout the day. Just bang, 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 until it fulfills its order flow. At the end of the day, when there's only like 10 minutes left in the trading day, you have algorithms that still have balances on their order flow. That order flow needs to be executed by end of day. So all of a sudden you see all those algorithms just fire off trades to fulfill the balance of their order flow. And that's why you get that huge spike in trading volume. That's what's going on in the market. Okay. And so they're not just necessarily selling to individuals. I mean, they're not selling back and forth to themselves, although, they're just taking liquidity and providing liquidity. Okay. But that's how algorithms work. All right. Another question that I saw that I want to speak to. This was all the way up. I think it was Griffin Smith says, I've been consistently profitable for some time now. Congrats. Any tips on sizing up? I have small amounts of capital and no other income. I'm in college. Griffin, congratulations. Props to you for getting started as early as you are. Okay, I absolutely love it. And I find it hard on my mindset to risk more. So this is something I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that I think a lot of you can relate to, and that's with how to size up. Griffin, I'm actually really glad you asked me this question because it's a great topic, and it's actually a topic that I cover in detail in my trader psychology course that's available on the website. This is an excellent question that a lot of traders struggle with and that a lot of traders do wrong. There's a right way and a wrong way to increase your position size. There's a right time and a wrong time to increase your position size. First, let's talk about when you should increase position size. You should only increase your position size. Okay, you should only increase your position size when you are already consistently profitable with your current size. You are not anxious and nervous in a trade. You know exactly the amount of money you're going to risk, and you're perfectly okay with risking that dollar amount on your trade. When you prove to yourself a level of consistency over, I'd probably say a couple months, at least 1 month, preferably 2 months, where you have consistency, then you can say, okay, it's time for me to size up my position. Now let's talk about how to do it correctly. Okay, now let's talk about how to do it correctly. Yes, Danny Brew, you're not wrong, but what Griffin is referring to is how to size up in general your position size, not necessarily on an individual trade. But Danny, you're talking about the tiered trading strategy. I love it. you're not wrong, but Griffin's question relates specifically to your overall trading size. Okay. Is referring to your overall trading size. So let's talk about the right way to do it. Griffin, let's say your average position size, and when we talk about position size, we're talking about risk. Okay, we're not talking about I trade with $1,000 because your position size should vary on every single trade that you take because every single trade has completely different risk, completely different levels of volatility, completely different distance from your entry to your stop loss. Okay, everything is completely different. When we're talking about sizing up, you have to figure out, okay, first, what's the dollar amount that you're comfortable risking on a normal trade? Let's say you're comfortable risking $1,000 on a trade. Just making up a number, okay? And that's the risk that you take. Now, if you buy a small cap, you're going to have a certain position size. Okay, let's say you're buying a stock at $5 and your stop loss needs to be at $4.50. Okay, and you're comfortable risking $1,000 on a trade. In that situation, you would buy 2,000 shares because when you get stopped out for 50 cents, that's $1,000 loss. That's the risk you're comfortable with. Now, if you are buying a stock at, a $10 and your stop loss is at $9, you're only going to buy 1,000 shares. Totally different position size dollar-wise, but now you're looking at a completely different. You're risking $1 instead of 50 cents. So in that situation, you need to change your position size to 1,000 shares so that when you lose that dollar, you're only losing $1,000. So the position size is irrelevant. It's the risk you're taking per trade. If you're trading, let's say, a SPY option, and you know you're risking 50% of your position because it's a same-day expiration option, it's extremely volatile, and you know you're risking about 50%. Let's say you buy the option at $1 and your stop loss is 50 cents because you're risking 50% of your position. In that situation, you're only going to buy $2,000 worth of the option because if you get stopped out at 50% loss, you're losing $1,000. So now you're talking about going from extremely different dollar amounts on your position size, but you're still risking the same $1,000. So when it comes for you to time to increase your position size, you're not necessarily increasing your size as you are increasing your risk. So now instead of you risking $1,000 per trade, you start to risk $1,200 or $1,250. You must increase your risk incrementally and slowly. I always recommend to traders that when it's time for you to size up and you're trying to take that next step, do it in about 20 to 25% increments. So if you're normally risking $100 per trade and that's what you're comfortable with, and you start to have success, you start to have consistency, and you want to size up, now instead of risking $100 for every trade, you're going to start to risk $125 for every trade. You do this slowly and incrementally for multiple reasons. First, you're testing the waters. You're making sure that this size is something you can handle, something you're comfortable with. If you increase your position size and all of a sudden you find yourself, you're sweating, you're anxious, your leg is shaking, your heart's coming out of your chest, that means you have too much size. That means you need to reduce your position size. You're not ready for that new size. That's first and foremost. So if you just go from, okay, I'm used to risking $1,000 a trade, now I'm going to start risking 2,000, forget it, you're dead. That's way too big of a jump. You have to do it slowly and incrementally. The other reason why you want to do it incrementally and slowly is because if you take a couple of losing trades with the new size, you don't want it to wipe out 2 weeks of profit. If you normally risk $1,000 on a trade and all of a sudden you start to risk 2,000, you can wipe out 2 weeks of profit with just a handful of losing trades. You don't want that to happen. Multiple reasons why you don't want that to happen. Not only the obvious, you're losing money, but that's money that you worked hard for to put into your pocket. And if you give it all back that quickly, like if it took you 2 weeks to make the money and you lose it all in 3 or 4 days, you're going to be so upset mentally. It's going to break down your mental psyche and your mental capital, and your confidence level is going to drop. And you're going to find yourself that you're not just dealing with technical issues in your trading. Now you're dealing with mental issues because now your confidence is down and you're upset that you just lost all that money that took you 2 weeks to make. That's why when it's time for you to size up your position, you need to do so slowly and incrementally. So, Griffin, I'm very glad that you asked that question. So, I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that had that exact same similar question. And what I will say to you guys is there's an entire chapter in the trader psychology course about how to size up your position. If you guys are interested in joining True Trading Group, because for the month of April, you guys get a 30% discount on a 1-year membership that includes the courses for free. So you get the trader psychology courses, option courses, beginner foundation courses, advanced courses, how to thrive in a stock market crash, all of the courses included for free with your membership. So for the entire month of April, you guys can use the coupon code TTGBM2020 to get a 30% discount on that membership. Okay. Again, coupon code TTGBM2020. And that'll give you guys the 30% discount on that 1-year membership. Okay. If you follow the channel, you know I've extended that offer for the month of April for everything that's going on with the COVID-19. Everybody is affected by this financially. Most people are affected by this. So I've decided to extend that 30% discount for the entire month of April. So if you guys want to get all of those courses included for free with your membership and get the 30% discount, use that coupon code. We just typed it in chat. Okay, we just typed it in chat. Use that code and that'll give you guys a 30% discount. Nice, Kyle. Welcome to the team. Nice, Joe. Awesome. Hellas Amaki, is this for options or Forex? Hellas, I do not trade Forex, but we trade options. We trade stocks. We trade ETFs, small caps, mid caps, large caps, crypto, futures, but I do not trade Forex. Nice, Sean. Welcome to the team. Sean Miller just joined today, guys. Already completed the first chapter. It says the education is amazing and well explained. I also traded in the chat room today and was green for the day. Do it. It's great. Sean, welcome to the team, brother. I'm glad to see you. You joined us today. I did see you in chat today. I'm glad to see you joined us. So Corey says, so Mike, should your risk dollar amount be the same every trade and you change size depending how far your stop is? Exactly, Corey. Exactly. So your risk dollar wise should be the same on every trade because that's the dollar amount you're comfortable losing. If you're comfortable risking $100 on a trade, every trade you need to risk $100. But every trade is going to be different depending on where your stop loss needs to be. So you just adjust your position size so that if you get stopped out, you lose $100. That's the proper way to set your stop loss and your position size. Yes, Adam asks, do many in TTG use cash accounts, meaning less than 25K? Yes, Adam, we have members in True Trading Group that have small accounts with 300, 500 bucks, and then we have traders with 300, 500,000. So there's traders that are trading on cash accounts, on margin accounts. We have a lot. The majority of traders are under PDT rule is the question that you're referring to. But we have traders with 500 bucks. We have traders with 500 grand. Danny, I can't wait for you to join us, Danny. You're always active on the YouTube channel. I can't wait to get you in the group, brother, and trade with you. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Oh, Moe's Akmal, man. I really appreciate that. Mo says, I never trusted a social media influencer until Mike. Mo, I really appreciate that, man. He says, truthfully, it's amazing. I watch Mike trade live, bro, and he's usually greener than the grass outside my house. Well, Mo, hopefully you've got some nice lawn outside in front of your house, man. I appreciate that. Oh, Frank, you're so wrong, bro. Frank, you're so wrong. Frank says that that's what these guys want to do, so they can say that's what I said I was going to do, but nobody says anything when they're wrong. Frank, I am the first one to come on and tell you guys when I get my ass handed to me. I'm the first one to tell you when I get my ass handed to me. I show everybody my winners and my losers. I just posted a video like 2 weeks ago. I got completely smoked trading SPY options. I got completely run over. I was in put options and I got squeezed hard. I got smoked. I made a whole video about how much money I lost. Um, but in chat, Frank, everybody sees every single thing that I do. I share my screen with everybody. I'm on the microphone. I'm calling out all of my trades. Everybody sees exactly what I'm buying and what I'm selling. So, I'm the first person when I lose, I'm the first person to break down that losing trade and talk about what I could have done better, what lessons I can learn from that. Losing's part of the game. Any trader that's going to sit there and tell you that they never lose or never talk about their losses is completely full of it. Losing is part of the game. I make the analysis, Frank. Frank, I make the analysis all the time. I make the analysis with football. You guys, if you follow my channel for a while, you've heard me make this analysis many times. That trading is a lot like football. When you play football, you know you're going to get hit, but nobody likes to get hit. Nobody likes getting a concussion. Nobody likes tearing their ACL. Nobody likes breaking a rib, but you know damn well that's a very high possibility of something happening like that when you sign up to play in the NFL. Everybody wants to score the touchdown. Everybody wants to win the Super Bowl, but on the way to that touchdown, you're going to get hit. It's part of the game. Trading, same way. Everybody wants rainbows and sunshines, be their own boss, drive a sports car, live in a mansion, be on yachts. Everybody would travel the world. Everybody wants that. But to get to that point, you're going to take losing trades. There's no way around it. It is part of the game. There's not a single technical indicator or a single setup that's going to work 100% of the time. There's not a single setup or indicator that's going to work 90% of the time. Your job as a trader is to identify good, high probability setups with good risk reward, manage your risk, stick to your stop loss, and execute good trades. If you execute good trades, your P&L will be a byproduct of that. Anybody that tells you otherwise is full of it and is just trying to sell you. Members in here, people that follow the YouTube channel, you guys know damn well when I get my ass handed to me, I talk about it. So, Frank, you could not be any further from wrong with that assumption. So, I can tell you're new to the channel. So, what I would say is to go through the videos. If any of you are new to the channel, go through my videos. I encourage you to watch the ones where I get my ass kicked first, because I always talk about the ones that I get smoked.
Yeah, I think everybody does, and I talked about this last week when I was crushing Roku options for 7 days in a row, and then the last 2 days I broke my own rule and I got absolutely destroyed. It's part of it. We have rules and we have discipline for a reason. But sometimes we're a day late and a dollar short, especially trading options. So
Yeah, guys, I mean, listen, you're seeing members commenting in chat. Future Works Express, what's up, man? Says, you can go in their chat every Tuesday for free. This guy will make you more money than the fee before you even join. I'm proof. On Tuesdays, guys, the chat room is open for free. So you guys can come in chat, trade with me live, ask me questions, see my trade alerts, follow my trades. get a look of what TTG is all about. You can do it for free.
Yeah, and I will say every single Tuesday we have people that came in for free that paid for their membership with the trades that we did just that day.
Yeah. Yep. And then Tony asks, are we able to see your trade if I join the membership? What's the percentage can make per month? Tony, yes. So as a member, you guys see my screen. You get push notifications when I enter and exit trades. I'm on their microphone telling you guys I'm buying here. Guys, I'm selling here. If you can't be in chat, you also get a text message sent to your cell phone that tells you when I buy, when I sell, so you can still follow along with what I'm trading, even if you can't be in chat. Okay, all of that stuff is all part of your membership. SJ Spike, you're the man. SJ Spike said, Mike's the easiest person to follow his trades. I'm not sure I can live without Mike now. It's kind of scary. Great man, humble. He wants to help, and you don't get that, people. Listen, man, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, guys. Well, Noble Eagle, good question. Noble Eagle says, are trading options better than stocks? It depends, Noble. It depends on the stock. All right, because let's say you have a small account. Let's say you've got $2,000 in your account, right? But you see a really good setup in Apple. You see a really good setup in the SPY. You don't have enough capital to buy Apple stock or you're not going to buy the SPY because the SPY is only going to move a couple points. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy the option on that stock. The option gives you leverage as if you were buying and holding 100 shares. So if you buy one contract, if you buy one call option in Apple, it's like you're buying 100 shares of the stock itself. So in those situations, options are better than stocks. If you have a small account, you can't afford to buy the stock itself, but you still want to take advantage of the price action of the underlying stock. It also gives you a lot more volatility. Apple, never in a million years will you ever see Apple go up 100% in a single day. But every single day, you can see an Apple option contract go up 100% in a single day. So you get this added leverage with options that you just cannot get trading the actual stock. So yes, in certain situations, it's better to trade the option. In other situations, the option might be very, very illiquid, meaning there's barely any options that are being traded. An option might trade 100 contracts throughout the entire day. In that situation, you're going to be better off trading the stock itself. You're not going to want to trade the option in that situation because you'll have a very hard time getting in and getting out. So there's situations where it's better to trade the option. There's situations where it's better to trade the stock.
Yeah, I'll give you a really good example. All right, Aurora. Okay, Aurora top stock, right? It's so diluted now. There's so many people that have just been stuck in it, just riding it down into the gutter, that the only way to be profitable on Aurora now these days is by trading the option. All right, because you can pull on any given day 30, 40, 50% on the option. You're never going to get that, on the stock. You'd be lucky if it goes up 10%, and then usually the next day it gives it all back.
Yep. All right, guys. Let's see another question. Yes, Tony, we do teach management, money management, risk management. Yes, we also cover and share with you guys our long-term portfolio holdings. So I always tell you guys, I always let you guys know what stocks I'm holding long-term, which stocks I've added to in my long-term portfolio. I'll go over it again with you guys now because I always get questions about it. Guys, over the last couple weeks, okay, over the last couple weeks, I have added to the following stocks. Okay, I have added to Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Qualcomm, Disney, AMD, Nvidia, Boeing, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, Home Depot. That is a list of stocks that I have added to my long-term portfolio, stocks that I'm still looking to buy. Chevron, Starbucks, TNDM. Okay, that's a list of stocks. Oh, and OXY. So that's a list of stocks that I'm still looking to buy that I've not yet bought in my long-term portfolio. Yeah, Lunchbox, that's a good idea. Lunchbox wants to know, can I do a course on setting up a long-term portfolio? I think I'll add that to the list.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're encouraging people to do, especially, well, I know I have, because for the most part, I'm primarily trading options in chat. But just like Mike, I'm adding to my long-term portfolio. So what I'm doing now is when I'm having, these, just massive wins on these options, is I'm taking a portion of that option, of that profit, sometimes 30%, sometimes 50%, and I'm rolling it into stocks I know, or I believe strongly enough, will be around in 10 years. Okay, these are stocks like American Airlines, Berkshire Hathaway, and a bunch of others. And the way I look at it is, look, I'll give you American Airlines, for example. I think that American Airlines from here in a year is a double, right? So I'm not getting what's it called, stuck on, oh, I need to get it cheaper. I'm looking at it long term. I'm just buying it and holding it. I also like to buy stocks that have a dividend, so I can make a little bit more on it, long run. And if you do that, then your risk is minimal, and you're keeping yourself honest. You're putting that money away, into these positions, and that way, when your account gets swollen, you're not doing anything stupid with that money. So we're setting it up for long term. And when we do these, because Mike and I do one-on-ones with people, and this is something that I always go over, just kind of how to manage it. We cover pretty much everything from like taxes to setting up a mark-to-market, getting a mark-to-market designation. All things that matter if you want to take it to the next level and do this full time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. King Mo has a question. Says, do we get the alert in the chat? Yes. So King Mo, every single time Jason, myself, or any one of the other moderators, we have, it's not just me and Jason. We have other professional traders that are in the chat room calling out trades and answering questions and helping people. But you get a push notification in chat that pops up on your screen letting you know that a moderator has entered or exited a trade. Not to mention, Jason and I are on the microphone throughout the day telling you, hey guys, I'm buying this here before I do it. So whenever I buy a stock, like when I bought SPY put options today, I told everybody in chat that that's what I was doing. I said, okay, guys, right here as we push back up towards VWAP, I'm buying put options. I'm looking at the 270 strike, tomorrow expiration put. I told everybody what I was doing before I actually did it. But then once my trade actually executes and I get the fill, you get a push notification in chat. At the same time, a text message gets sent to your cell phone. So in case you're not in chat, you can still follow along with what it is that I'm trading. So that's how the trade alerts work in the chat room.
Hey, Mike,
yep.
Since you're sharing a screen, I just tweeted a picture of what it looks like. If you want to pull it up quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me do that. Here it is, guys. So here is a list. Here's a list of the trade alerts. Okay, so this is how it comes out. My trade alerts come. So like this is in the announcement section on our website. So in the chat room, when you click on the announcement tab, you guys will see all the announcements. But every single one of these announcements pops up in chat as a push notification. Okay. So
yeah, and it's timestamped, so you know we're not Monday morning quarterback.
Right, and it's timestamped exactly. Like I said,
and we're giving you, where we'll start to look to take profit, where our stop loss is, and we go from there. It's really effective.
No. So Patrick asks, would we consider a 6-month membership plan? I want to commit and learn to trade over the summer, but I can't commit to a full head plan. Patrick, we don't do a 6-month memberships because the curriculum is included for free. So when you guys sign up for a membership to TTG, you're signing up for a year of trade alerts, chat room, premium blog, everything. But all of the courses are included free with that. So when you become a member, you immediately get access to all the courses. You also get access, Patrick, to future courses. There's no upsell. So you get access to all the courses that are currently available, which are beginner and foundation courses, option courses, advanced courses, psychology courses, everything. You get access to all of that. And I'm constantly coming out with new courses. So I come out with there's a new swing trading course that's coming out. There's going to be advanced options course coming out. When they go live, you automatically get access to it, just like Netflix. There's no upsell. You don't have to pay for that course. So that's why we don't have short-term memberships. You can't sign up for a month, okay? Because when you sign up, you get the entire curriculum included with your membership. Yes, Andrew. So when the text message gets sent, and there's the delay is probably 30 seconds to a minute long if there's a delay on the text message getting to your cell phone, which for me, it's important for you guys to understand I am not a scalper. My trades last several minutes to several hours. I am not a trader that buys a stock and sells it 20 seconds later. Okay, so it's important that you guys understand that. Nice, Andrew. I appreciate that. Andrew's a new member. Andrew says this is the best member site I've paid into. 100%. You will love the money spent on this course. I love it. Yes, exactly. Yes, Patrick. Exactly. Yeah, Nostradamus. What's up, man? Nostradamus is another member. He says Mike goes over the thesis on the trade before he trades it, and if I agree, sometimes I fill before him. That's the beauty about it. Like I tell you guys what I'm about to do before I even do it. Sometimes people get fills in front of me. Lunchbox. You're making me blush, bro. Lunchbox says, honestly, I wouldn't trade with any other trader. You're making me blush. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, guys, again, if you guys are interested, okay, a lot of you are asking questions about memberships. Oh, nice. John Truong, way to go. John Truong joined 1 week today, and he's had 5 winners and 1 loser so far. Great. Nice job, John. Really nice job. Really nice job. Keep it up. Keep it up, John. Yeah, a lot of you are asking questions about memberships. I was going to answer like some trading questions before we got into our trade recaps, but since you guys are nice, Phil. Yes. Phil says, "Guy, I made the $1,000 back in the first week." So that the membership's $1,000, guys, for the year, with the 30% discount. It's less than a cup of coffee a day if you guys go to Starbucks. And he made that in his first week as a member. But yeah, guys, what was I saying? Yeah, a lot of you were asking questions about membership. So, guys, seriously, take advantage of the discount, because as long I'm doing this for as long as the COVID-19 crisis is taking place. Once the economy opens back up, people go back to business. The price is going back to the regular price, which is $14.97. The year price is $14.97 for the year. Right now, I'm giving that for 30% off because of everything going on with the coronavirus. People are affected financially. People have friends and family members that are sick. It's just, I just feel like it's the least that I can do. I feel like everyone is trying to do their part. Everyone's trying to do something to help somebody during this time. And there's a lot of people working from home. There's a lot of people that are furloughed from their jobs. Some people are just laid off that are looking to get into trading to try to supplement that income. And I want to make sure that it's available for the people that want to learn. So that's why I extended the 30% discount for this coronavirus situation. So take advantage of it, because once this is over and the economy opens back up, the price is going back to $14.97. All right. So use the coupon code TTGBM2020, and that'll get you guys the 30% discount for the 1-year membership that gets you access to all of the courses. Nice, Phil. Yes. Phil, you're killing it, bro. Philip Tran just made another $2,000 today in chat. I love it. I love it. You guys are killing it.
Phil, what was your trade on? I'm curious.
Yeah, Phil, what did you make the $2,000 on today, Phil? What did you trade? Nice, Patrick. Patrick made the cost of his membership on my SGBX trade from last Tuesday. I love it.
Oh, nice. Alex's trade.
Oh, AKER and DPW. Nice. Those were Alex. Nice, Phil. Nice. Yeah, Alex was on fire today, guys. I think Alex is in here too. I think Alex is in the chat if you guys have questions for him. I think I saw him talking earlier. But Alex is one of the other pro traders in TTG. He's one of the other moderators. Alex is actually our I'd say he's like our small cap, penny stock guru. He's been on fire with these penny stocks and these the small caps lately. He crushed AKER yesterday. Again today. I'll show you guys the chart of AKER. Okay, he caught this move yesterday. Alex caught that move yesterday. And then he caught this move today. So Alex has been trading very well lately. Like I said, it's not just me and Jason. Okay, there's other pro traders that I have in the True Trading Group chat room that are professional traders that all have their own niche and their own style. So there really is something for everybody. Like if all you trade is penny stocks and small caps, we trade that. If you trade mid caps, we trade that. Large caps, options, ETFs, futures, we trade all of it. Patrick, good question. Patrick says, "What's my affiliation with Wall Street Bets?" So, guys, Wall Street Bets. I'm glad you asked, Patrick, because a lot of people have been talking about it lately. Wall Street Bets is a very, very famous Reddit page that has like over 1 million subscribers. It's a really fun, open board where people, they talk crap, they make jokes, they make fun of people. They just have fun, really, while giving trade ideas and talking about what they're trading. It's a very, very active and popular Reddit page. They are hosting a live trading event, like video game style. So if you guys know about like the video game competitions where they have like Call of Duty competitions, Halo competitions, there was just a Fortnite competition where first prize was like 3 million bucks, and some 16-year-old kid won. Wall Street Bets is hosting a live trading event. So, Patrick, we as a community, as a trading community, we are sponsoring that event and providing the prize money for the event. And that way, then we're sponsoring the event essentially, Patrick. Well, blonde 3000. Oh yeah, Patrick. There's a lot of people that are upset about it. All we're doing is sponsoring the event. Like, we're literally, Wall Street Bets is hosting an event. We're providing the prize money. I'm providing the prize money as a sponsor for the event.
Shame on you.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm not doing any. I'm not trying to mess with your guys' group or anything. But people got so upset. They feel like we're like invading their group. It's like, I love the Reddit page. I think it's awesome. You guys, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. There's a lot of people just talk crap. They make jokes. It's a lot of fun. I thought I was doing. I thought it was going to be really cool to a live trading event. I think it's awesome. I'm going to be there. So I thought it was great. I thought it was super cool. I think more people should do it. And I was happy to sponsor the event, but a lot of people in the group were not too happy about it. No, Patrick, I was never part of Wall Street Bets prior. I was never part of Wall Street Bets prior. But I get it, guys. There's a lot of BS out there. Honestly, Patrick, I get it. There's a lot of bullshit out there. You have a lot of people online. There's a lot of gurus that sell people, $5,000 DVD packages. It's nonsense. People that don't actually teach you anything. You watch one 20-minute video of mine on YouTube, I guarantee you learn more than you'll learn, spending $2,500 for some DVD package from somebody else. The proof is in the pudding. All you guys have to do is just listen to the education, and you tell me if you think it's BS or not. The difference is that I'm giving a professional education, the same stuff that I learned when I worked at a hedge fund. So, Patrick, I don't know if you know my background, or for those people that maybe just are tuning in, that just maybe found the channel with this live stream. Guys, I traded professionally on Wall Street. I worked for a hedge fund for a few years. In 2008, I won Trader of the Year award. That's where I got my education. That's how I got started trading. And I had to go through a 3-month educational program before I started trading with the fund's money. That 3 months of education is what I've simplified and put on TTG for the courses. So when you guys take the courses on the website that are included for free with your membership, which we have 30% off right now, when you take those courses, you are getting a simplified version of what I learned at the hedge fund. And that's the difference between the BS that you get from somebody. Look at my car, look at my house, look at my lifestyle. They're selling you their lifestyle. They're not selling you any education. And people that have a gimmick where, I have this special pattern or this secret strategy, that's a gimmick. That's something that can only be applied to that specific gimmick. It's not something you can apply across multiple asset classes, across multiple trading strategies. You can only do that gimmick and that gimmick alone. When you get a professional education, you don't have to trade like I do. You don't have to do my exact same strategy. You can trade however the hell you want. But the education is streamlined. It's interchangeable. You can take what you learn and apply it to your own strategy to trade your own stocks. We have people in chat that don't even trade what I trade. They just take the education that they learn and they trade what they want to. That's the difference between getting a real education and following someone else's gimmick. When you follow someone else's gimmick, you have to try to follow what they do. And it only works for that specific gimmick. You can't take what you learn and use it in small caps, use it in large caps, use it in futures, use it in options. You can't. It doesn't work. Doesn't apply because it's not a real education. That's the difference with true trading. And all you guys have to do is watch any one of my videos on YouTube to know the difference. Nice, my turn. I look forward to having you on board. Yeah, I know, Patrick. A bunch of people like attacked me when they found out I was sponsoring the Wall Street Bets tournament. I had no idea why. I had no idea why why some people were upset about that. But yeah, I got attacked. Guys, it is what it is. Listen, it's not for everybody. If people don't see value in the education, look how much I give for free. Like there's more value for free on my YouTube channel than I guarantee you any other course that you're going to buy or pay for. And I give it for free on the YouTube channel, which is 15% of what you learn from actually taking the courses. Again, guys, the courses are a simplified version of what I learned at the hedge fund. I can't fit all of that into YouTube videos. I sat in a classroom for the first 3 months of my employment. That's what I put. That's the courses. So if people can't see the value in that, then I can't help them. I can't make everybody happy. I'm not trying to make everybody happy. I don't care what people have to say about me. People that want to learn how to trade, they want to put in the work, I'm willing to help them. If you don't want my help, I don't care. That's my life is not affected one way or the other. I don't live my life off of membership fees or Trustpilot reviews or what people say on Twitter or on a subreddit. I live my life very, very comfortably from my trading profits and investments that I have made into other businesses through my trading profits. So, I can't make everybody happy, guys. Bottom line. And nor am I trying to. So that's what I have to say about that. Next question. Nice, my turn. I'm glad you're spending the time and going through the videos. Oh, Patrick, that's awesome, bro. That's Patrick. That's how I got started in trading. Exact same way. Patrick, guys, Patrick says I'm a finance major in college right now, and I want to portfolio management, so I'm learning as I day trade. Patrick, when I started out in college, I was an accounting major. I hated it. And then as part of my general business courses, I took a portfolio management course. I fell in love. Like 2 weeks later, I changed my major to finance, and then I loaded up with economics courses also under my finance major, and then that's how I got into the stock market, and then that's how I got my job at the hedge fund. So I'm really Patrick. I'm really glad to see that you're getting started this early. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, Blonde, you have to. So, guys, Blonde says, I like how you go over losing trades as well. Much to be learned there as well, possibly more. Exactly. Blonde, sometimes the best lessons are on my losing trades. And that's why I share them with you guys. What kind of mentor would I be if I don't show you how to lose? Losing is such an important part of trading. Anybody that doesn't show you how they lose is failing you. Okay? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. You don't wake up every day, sit at your desk, push a bunch of buttons, and become a millionaire. There's really shitty days in all of the sunshine and rainbows. And you have to be able to deal with the ups and the downs if you are ever going to be a consistently profitable trader. Because every day you're not going to make money. You're going to lose money sometimes. And you have to be able to deal with that, which is a lot what the trader psychology course covers. The trader psychology course is designed specifically to get you thinking more robotic. That was one of the biggest things that they taught us at the hedge fund, was to remove emotions from trading and to trade more like a robot. And that's what the psychology course is designed to do. And a lot of that has to deal with dealing with losing trades. Well, Kyle, the charting program I use is TC2000. So TC2000 is not part of the membership. That's not a proprietary software. Like what you see on my screen right now is TC2000. I use it for charting only. They do offer brokerage services through Interactive Brokers. So you could trade with TC2000 if you would like to. I trade with Lightspeed, but I think TC2000 hands down has the best charting software out there. Greek God Gaming says that he's looking for more advice to get comfortable with a 3-minute chart. So it said you're a scalper. If you have success scalping, Greek God, keep doing it. I'm not a scalper. I don't teach anybody to be a scalper, which is why you do not see me use 1-minute charts. I will never recommend anybody uses a 1-minute chart unless you are a scalper. If you're a scalper, you should use 1-minute charts. For those of you that don't know, scalpers are traders that get in and out of trades very quickly. They get in, they get out within seconds, maybe minutes, mostly seconds. If that's your style, you should use 1-minute candles. That style is not for me. My trades last several minutes to several hours, sometimes several days. If that's your style, you should never, ever use a 1-minute candle. It will give you way too many false signals and way too much noise that will cloud your judgment and decision making. I trade off of a 3-minute candle chart, but I also very, very closely watch and analyze a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, and even an hourly chart to help identify trend, identify patterns, intraday support, intraday resistance, momentum, but I place my trade off the 3-minute. Okay. Nice. Uzana just joined 2 days ago, already made $400. Beautiful. Greek God, it's my pleasure, man, to answer your questions. I try to answer every single person's question. Guys, there's a lot of people in the live stream right now. A lot of you are asking questions. If I do not answer your question, I do apologize. I do my best to keep up with the chat, but there's so many questions. If I do not get to your question during the live stream, it loads up to the YouTube channel when we're finished. If I do not get to your question, just comment on that video and I will get to your question within the next 24 to 48 hours, I promise. What else? Oh, nice, Leo. What's up, Leo? Leo says, I'm telling you guys, this course is no joke. I've watched a bunch of other video courses. This one is fire. You just learn. Yes, Anthony, we're going to go over that. So Anthony asked, can Jason talk about his Apple option trade? Yes, Anthony, I'm going to cover my SPY put option trade. I'm going to recap it. And Jason is going to recap his 137% option trade. Russ,
it was actually more, but not to split hairs because we did it twice.
Well, right. He added back to the position, but from first entry to final take profit, 137%, guys. Oh God, George, no, George. George asks, guys, the membership is cheap with this coupon. What's the catch? Do we pay you a commission off our gains? Absolutely not, George. George, once you become a member, that's it, brother. You're a member. You're part of the family. I hope you make $1 million. I don't want one penny. I don't want one penny from you. Smart Trader says, Mike, how do you calculate your shares quick before entering your position very quick with hotkeys? Smart Trades, I just go off of the share count. So let's say I want to risk $5,000 on a trade. Let's say that's what I'm going after. I'm going after a trade. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna risk $5,000. That's a dollar amount I'm comfortable risking right now. Okay. I will calculate my position size based on where my stop loss is. Let's say my stop loss is 50 cents away. I just know, okay, I'm buying 10,000 shares. Buy 10,000 shares, I risk 50 cents, that's $5,000. Okay. If I'm buying a stock and it's my stop loss is a dollar away, then okay, I know I'm buying 5,000 shares. I get stopped out, I lose $5,000. So it's not, and sometimes it's not exactly to the penny, right? Like, I don't say, okay, well, $5,000, I need to buy 12,467 shares. I just round it. I guesstimate. Sometimes I risk 3,500. Sometimes I risk 4,500. Sometimes it's like, it's a guesstimate. And I just quickly calculate the share amount in my head, set my lot size on my hotkeys with Lightspeed, and I pull the trigger. We have a few hundred members. We had about 500 people in chat today. But don't forget, guys, we have a lot of members that are not in chat full time. A lot of members trade on their cell phones or on a tablet through getting the text message alerts. I already added to Boeing, Bo. So Boeing asks, where are you watching to add to Boeing? I added to Boeing at $106.34.
I added at 90. Sold half my position at 181. And so did my father-in-law, also TTG.
Love it. Hey guys, I love Boeing anywhere near 100. If Boeing gets back down towards 100, I'm going to buy more. I love it anywhere near 100. Nice, MM. I look forward to it, bro. When you come in next Tuesday, send me a message. Let me know that you're MM from YouTube. Nice, Greek God. Greek God says, after watching your volume series on YouTube, you made me $2,200 on JNUG because of the volume increases on the breakout of the high. I love it. Yes, Greek God. I love it. If you're making $2,200 just from the YouTube videos, imagine what you can do with the full curriculum. I love it. Jay Vaughn, that's me literally every day. I love what I do, Jay Vaughn. Jay Vaughn says TTG makes you want to go to sleep early so you can wake up and trade. Like, it's crazy. I've never been so excited to want to trade ever. I hate weekends. Everybody else hates Mondays, right? Everybody hates their job. They're all like, oh, I gotta go to work on Monday. I'm like, come on, Monday. Like, I can't wait for the market to open so I can get to work and make some money. That's the beauty about being a trader, guys. I genuinely love what I do. I will trade until the day I die. I can totally see myself on my deathbed, oxygen like tank in my nose, like laying back, feet up, and I've got my trading screens up on my walls, and I've got like my keyboard in front of me, and I'm pressing hotkeys while I'm sitting there 85 years old. Totally can see myself doing that. I don't use them. Greek God, I don't use the Kinashi candles. I don't use them. Yes, Bo. That's what I'm talking about. Bo wakes up at midnight, looks at charts. Yes. I love it. Guys, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Guys, trading is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. You're not just going to open up a trading account, sign up to a membership, and become a millionaire overnight. You've got to put in the work. It's just like anything else. You are the ultimate entrepreneur as a trader. You literally dictate 100% how much money you're going to make. You can make $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1,000,000, $2,000,000. There's no limit to your upside. And I'm not saying you that as a sales pitch. It's the damn truth. At your job, no matter how bad you work your ass off and no matter how good you are, you can be the best goddamn construction worker that the company has ever seen. Your income is capped. As a trader, you control your future 100%. It rests in your hands. You are the epitome of an entrepreneur, the ultimate entrepreneur. Nobody's going to be there to help you. It's all on you. Jason and I will be there every step of the way to guide you, to mentor you, to teach you, to answer your questions, to show you what we're trading. But at the end of the day, you're the one pressing the buttons. You're the one making the decision to buy, to sell. You're the one that has to be accountable for your own actions. You're the one that has to be willing to study. You're the one that has to be willing to watch my YouTube videos, take my courses, take the quizzes, come and chat, ask me questions, do charting at night, identify setups. And if you're willing to do that and you're willing to put in the work, TTG's for you. Because if you're willing to put in the work, I promise you, Jason, myself, the other moderators are willing to put in the time to help you. If you're not willing to do it, don't waste my time. I spend a lot of time with my members. Jason and I, every single day, do one-on-ones with our members. I take my job very, very seriously. I don't take the title mentor lightly. So if I'm going to give you my full effort, you better give me yours. If not, I don't want you. Guys, I'm serious. TTG is not for everybody. If you want to learn, this is the place for you. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme and you're looking for somebody to hand you the secret to unlock unlimited profit potential in the stock market and you're looking for a shortcut, sign off this live stream right now. I don't want it. Seriously. I know how important it is to get quality mentorship. When I worked at the hedge fund, I had a mentor. He was my boss. He was my senior portfolio manager. He sat directly across from me. Our screens were back to back. Now, we couldn't actually see each other because our monitors were in the way. I had 7 monitors at my hedge fund. 3 on top of that, and then 1 all the way up top in the center. So it looked like 1, 3, 3. That was my trading setup. So I couldn't see him. He had 9 screens. He had 3, 3, 3. But if we stood up, we're looking at each other. If I did not have him to answer my questions, I would not be the trader that I am today. And after 2009, when the market crashed, the Great Recession, my hedge fund went out of business. If I did not have the skill set that I had, I do not know where my life would be. Guys, I live a very nice life for myself. I enjoy nice things. I live in a nice place. I drive nice cars. I have nice watches. I go on vacation. I'm very happy with the life that I live today. But none of that would have been possible if it was not for the mentorship that I received. He took it very serious, and I benefited from that. And I'm humble enough to say I wouldn't be the trader I am without him, without that mentorship. That's why I take it so seriously, because I feel like I owe him my success. So when somebody comes to me and says, Mike, I want you to be my mentor, I take that to heart. So if I'm going to put the time in, you have to put the time, right? Guys, I'm dead serious. If you're not going to put in the effort and you're not serious and you're looking for a shortcut, just get off the live stream now. I'm dead serious. All right. But if you want to learn, you want to get a professional education, myself, Jason, the rest of the moderators in chat will be here to guide you and help you every single step of the way. And that is a guarantee. So if you guys are ready or interested, again, use TTG BM 2020 to get the 30% discount, 1 year of access to chat, 1 year of the trade alerts, text messages, email alerts, the whole nine. After this live stream is over, Jason and I are now going to recap our trades. Once the live stream is over, I'll show you guys the back end of the website. I'll show you guys what the back end looks like, what the member dashboard looks like. There's a lot of people that are on here that have already seen it, so I'll save it for the end. But if you guys are interested in seeing what the dashboard looks like, I'll show you guys later at the end of this live stream what the website looks like. I'll show you guys some of the courses as well. All right. So use that coupon code to get 30% discount. Join the team, get the entire curriculum. Again, guys, this will go back to the regular price once this COVID crisis is over. So take advantage while the discount still lasts. Anybody that is on this live stream for Jason, specifically the Wolf, make sure that you guys select Jason at checkout to let us know that that's how you found TTG through the Wolf himself. All right. So with that said, now let's get into the recap. Let's get into our trades. Okay, Jason and I made some really good trades today in the SPY and in Apple. I'm going to start things off with the SPY trade first, and then I'll give the mic over to Jason, and he'll walk you guys through his trade. Now, the SPY. I felt yesterday was overdone. Now, I made 116% on SPY call options yesterday. If you missed that video, go back, check it out. I just posted it yesterday. It's 116% trading call options. It was a great trade. Today, we come in, get this big gap up. I'm like, this gap up's overdone. This is FOMO. This is panic buying. We're not going to hold this. Jason and I talked pre-market. I said, Jason, what do you think about this gap up? He goes, it's not sustainable. I go, yeah, I'm not buying it either. I go, puts. He goes, puts. That was the extent of our pre-market conversation. So he opted to go for Apple puts. I went for the SPY puts, but same exact trade idea. All right. So what we had happen today was a gap up on the SPY, but we gapped up into a very key area. Let me go to a 15-minute chart and show you guys what I was looking at here today. What I'm about to show you guys, this is what I do pre-market every day in chat. Pre-market, I come on the microphone and I go over my game plan, the stocks I'm watching, and what I expect those stocks to do. It's very important to have a game plan pre-market because it gives you confidence to pull the trigger when your game plan comes to fruition. If you guys find yourself missing a lot of trade opportunities, it could be because you're not game planning enough. Having a game plan pre-market saying, okay, this is what I think the stock's going to do. I think it's going to pull into this level. If that's going to hold support, then I think it's going to bounce off that level, and I think we're going to continue higher. You have to have a game plan. Because having a game plan, when that game plan comes to fruition, it gives you confidence to pull the trigger. It helps get rid of that gun-shy feeling that a lot of inexperienced and traders that lack confidence struggle with. So that's why pre-market, I go over these game plans. So pre-market, I said to everybody in chat, I go, guys, we're gapping up right into a resistance area. Okay, this 274 area. Look at the support level all the way back here. You guys see this real nice support? Okay, you see that support level? People thought this was the low. A lot of people came in long on the SPY thinking this was the low, and people got trapped. That was a typical bull trap run. And then the rug got pulled out beneath everyone. Look at that drop. That is a massive, massive gap down. The rug got pulled out from underneath everyone. So when we were gapping up today, right to 274, that same area, I'm saying, guys, this is a beautiful resistance area that we can get short. Okay? Beautiful resistance area that we can get short. And my game plan was if we cannot get through 274, I'm buying put options. That was the game plan. Now let's fast forward into today. Let me delete this a little bit. Let's go to a 3-minute. Let's go back intraday. Look what we have happen. We open up off the bell, and what do we do immediately? We immediately pull in. So we were not able to get through 274. Bang, the pullback. Now I'm saying, guys, we're below 274. If we bounce back, I'm buying puts at 274. If there's members of True Trading Group that are on the live stream right now, guys, feel free to type away in the live stream chat. Let people that are viewing this know that we called this trade out pre-market. We called this trade out live in real time, and we nailed it. Okay? Nailed it. I came in right there, and I bought SPY put options. Okay? Right there on this bounce back, I bought SPY put options right in front of VWAP and the 274 area. And look what we have here. A beautiful rejection at the 274 area, and we rolled. I bought the 270 strike put options. Tomorrow's expiration at $2.32. We immediately rolled over, sold down. I took 25% of my position off the table. Right there as a SPY made a new low of the day. And then we extended lower from there. The bulk of my position came off the table right there at $3.32 a contract from my $2.32 contract entry. That is a 43% gain. Okay. We later went on to roll over later in the day. This actually kind of screwed me up a little bit because I was looking for originally a move down to 267. That was my final take profit. My final take profit was going to be right there. But right here at exactly 11 o'clock, Governor Cuomo from New York starts to speak. He starts talking about the cases decreasing and the market reversed. Literally, we went from straight down in the morning to straight back up as soon as Cuomo started speaking. But look at what happened. It took us right back to where? Where did it take us right back to? 274. We got denied at 274, and we just completely rolled over the entire rest of the day. That's the 274 resistance area that I was talking about pre-market. And it goes back to the 15-minute chart, and we pan it back, and there it is, guys. There is the support level that we were looking at pre-market. It showed its face, and we nailed it. All right. Does anybody have any questions about my SPY option trade? Any questions about the setup? Any questions about the execution? Talk to me. Who's got questions? Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. Great question. Minos, great question. How do you choose your strike? It depends on what you think the stock is going to do, first and foremost. So, where's your profit target? Like, where do you think the stock is going to go? So, in this case, I thought the SPY was going to go to 267 while we were trading at 273, 274. So, what I usually do is I find the strike price that is closest to my target that has the best volume. I like trading option contracts that have the best volume. I trade with large size. So I want to make sure I can get in and I can get out quickly and easily. I don't want to buy an option that has very low liquidity that I have a hard time getting in and out of. So in this case, I chose the 270 because it's close to my 267 target and it by far had the most volume of the day. Oscar, I use VWAP a lot. It's one of my favorite indicators. Yes, Aminos, open interest in volume is a huge factor in the option that I select. Well, blonde because it never got through 274. Yes, Baba G. Yes, the 15-minute chart showed resistance at 274. Exactly. Exactly. Philip asks, how far back do you go when looking at resistance and support? Philip, as far back as you have to. You go as far back as it's relevant. You look left. You look left on the chart, and whether it's 3 days ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, or 3 years ago, you look left. And no, I don't care how far back you have to go, those levels are significant. The longer a level has held, the more significant it is. Let's say you look back and you see a resistance level that's held for 2 years. That level is going to be a lot more significant than a resistance level that's held for 2 days. Chizid51 says, I'm sorry if you covered this, but what kind of news do you expect from the OPEC meeting? We have not talked about this yet, but great question. The OPEC meeting. I think they agree on a production cut. Nobody wants $20 oil, guys. Nobody wants $20 oil. Russia doesn't want it. The Saudis don't want it. The U.S. certainly doesn't want it. Nobody wants $20 oil. I think they're going to come to an agreement. We're going to get a production cut and oil is going to bounce. Okay, that's why I like OXY. I am stalking OXY. I'll take you guys to the chart real quick and then I'll let Jason get to his trade. I am stalking OXY on a breakout of this descending triangle. If we get a production cut, I think you see OXY back up towards 18, 19, 20 bucks. If we get the production cut. Now, if you're going to swing any of these energy stocks, understand you are open and susceptible big time to headline risk. Because if that meeting is postponed, or if they come out of that meeting with a disagreement and there's no production cut, oil will probably drop below $20 and stocks like OXY are going to plummet probably 20%. You have to understand that going into your trade. That's why I'm trying to wait for the production cut confirmation and then get long. It's basically a coin flip. It's no different than you buy a stock right before they announce earnings because you think they're going to announce good earnings, but you really have no idea. I think economically it makes sense for Saudi and Russia to agree to cut production. I think it makes sense, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So I'm not going to leave myself open to that kind of headline risk. I'm going to wait for I'm going to wait for that news headline to confirm production cuts. Oil will probably get back into the 30s, and that I think we'll see OXY move up towards 18. Okay. So with that now said, I will let Jason go over his Apple trade, guys.
Yeah, first let's because you were just talking about Oxy.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Oxy. Let's talk about, because guys, Jason actually crushed Oxy on a call option trade from yesterday. Oh, Cody, nice job, Jason. Cody Spears, and he just said,
yeah, 108%.
Oxy option made me 108% from yesterday. Cody, great job. Great job, Cody. Congrats. Go ahead, Jason. I'll let you talk about the Oxy trade yesterday.
Yeah, so Oxy, oil was bouncing around, and Jason Simmons, who who everybody in TTG loves because he's in there super early, just going over salt, was covering it. Was covering oil all day, and oil was just getting pounded. Yet Oxy was just holding. Mike had also mentioned how Warren Buffett is a big fan of Oxy, and honestly, I had never traded the stock before yesterday. And I was looking at the options, and I was like, well, they're pretty cheap. So to give myself some time, I went with the April 17th call option, $14 strike, when the stock was at like $12.80. And we bounced around. We got to like 13.25, 13.33. My first entry was at $1. My second entry was at 80 cents. Because sometimes, because I've never traded the option, I don't know how it reacts and everything. So I went in a little first. Went in with my tier position first, and then averaged down, and the next 75% of my position. So once it went over $1, I took the $1.10 or $1.12, I think, just as a hedge. And then in the morning, so now I'm sitting on 80-cent entry. I end up taking it at $1.30. Now, the reason that I took the $1.30, at that level was because we were looking at the SPY and looking at the Apple puts. My feeling was, look, this could just drop down with the overall market, and I'm up almost 60% on this. So I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll take a 50-cent move on an option trade any day. So it ended up being a good trade. It ends up going to $2 and just ripping.
Yeah.
What can you do? I'm not gonna cry about profit, but some people, and I said this, I go, look, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm in these puts right now, and I need to kind of give this the attention. So took the 55%, whatever it was, and then moved into Apple. Well, I was already in Apple at that point. So I got into Apple 3 minutes into the day, and the reason being is when I trade options, I pick stocks that I watch religiously. So, those stocks are usually, they move 3 different ways. Some will make huge moves and are super volatile. Some don't make crazy moves. So, like I always say, like, good option for beginners is USD, as it's not gonna crush you, and it's a cheap option, and it's slow moving, and it moves in tandem with the SPY. So, because I trade these channels, I was looking at Apple. I was looking at Apple Monday because I had the calls. So we killed it on the calls. I was a little upset because I only made 71%. Other members made 500% on that option. It ended up going 1,200%, which is just a nuts move on that 260, 250 call from yesterday. But thinking that the move was just kind of overdone because we basically went up $30 in a 2-day span, I felt comfortable being that it was this time of the week to go puts. So we went puts, $1.50. Some people got it as low as $1.30. My mental stop was around $1.20, and it started trading up slowly. And once I was over that 50% mark, I started trimming the position. It got to $3, and I trimmed 80% of my position. Okay, for 100% gain. Then we started fading back down as it started to try and bounce, but it just could not break 267. So I was having a real hard time breaking at 267. So we loaded again at 205, $2.05, not 2 p.m. And it went down. It was a little early on that move. I averaged out a little bit more. But at the same time, what was important was, and what I was telling members, that I am only going to risk profit. All right, so I'm not going to go in full position. I'm going to basically, I use half of the profit I made from the earlier trade, and with a tight stop in mind. Fast forward, it's looking very, very weak. And when I was one of the members in chat today was like, why are you buying puts if it's going up? And the answer is really easy. I don't need for it to hit 260. I just need to catch a $2 or $3 move to the downside. Even a dollar move might give me 20% or 40% on that option. So what happens? It's in like 266, and it's just fading and like hovering. So I announced to the group, I said, look, if this breaks under 265, then it's going to fail most likely. And then if it breaks under 264, it's going to 258. So from that 205, we're now at $3, and then and we start trimming the position. And we're trimming. We literally, the first trim I made was at 212, 220, 230, and then all of a sudden it just starts speeding up. Then 265, 285, 320, 360 was the highest I got out. And then with the last one, I left it to the chat and said, look, I might regret this, but I'm going to let you guys decide, what to do with the last options that I have. They said, take the profit, 70% move. And, we took it. The option, and the Apple ends up doing exactly what I said. It ends up breaking below 264, and then it's just a snowball. Hits 495, and we'll probably open up tomorrow somewhere around, if this holds, somewhere around $6. So, real simple trade, but we made money on it twice. And that's why I love playing Apple, because the moves are just wicked, and if you're patient on it, you can make a killing. Obviously, and if you're really disciplined with your money, it's like super compounded interest. So that was the Apple trade for today, and I didn't really need to focus on anything else. And and we'll probably look to do something similar tomorrow. Now, one of the things that I said, because people were itching to buy the put, as it's starting to fail, and I was like, look, we're going to wait, we're going to be patient, And because we've got a short week, if we buy an Apple put now, it's not going to be for this week. It's going to be for next week. And we want to catch it. We want to catch it when Apple makes a move up. That way, we're paying around the same price for what we sold today, but we're getting an extra week of time on it. And so we'll position ourselves accordingly. And, the trade was really simple. We, just very, very patient with it. And then, look, we called out other trade ideas throughout the day. I just didn't take them. So, U.S. Steel was one. When it was at 688, I was like, look, the 650 put looks good for next week. That ended up being, 40%. I mean, Oxy crushed, and then Oxy fell, which is, even better. So I'll be looking at Oxy for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I've got eyes on Oxy too. I mean, with this OPEC meeting and everything coming up, guys. I mean, I'm definitely keeping an eye on Oxy. I think Oxy has a lot of room to the upside if we get a production cut. I think there's a no-brainer that it gets back towards this $19 area, which is its previous pivot high. And if it gets through that, you have this huge gap, just a huge gap that would take you all the way back to $26. So, I mean, I think this has a lot of potential, but only if we get a production cut. If there's no production cut, I'm not touching this thing. All right, guys.
Agreed. And also, if let's say I do go back into Oxy, my first entry, and this is important. This is just an important strategy for me. This is something that has just kind of helped me. Usually when I make my first trade, I look at that as the insurance trade. Okay. So whatever percentage or dollar amount I make, that is what I'm willing to risk if I end up reloading the option again. So on Apple, let's just use a round number and say I made $100 on that first trade. Okay. Then when I reload, I only want to risk $50 of that profit. Okay. But I am willing to buy a little bit more if I've got that cushion. Now with Oxy, I know that I can sustain a 50% loss on that option if I get in too late and it's a wash. I ruin a good trade from today and from Monday into today, but I preserve my capital. And that's the most important thing right now is capital preservation. And just staying as disciplined as possible. If I get into an Apple trade and it just crushes in like the first 5 minutes, I pull that money out of my account to make it seem like that trade has never happened. And that's something that people need to get used to. I mean, no matter what, on Thursday and Friday, whether I've been having a great week trading or a bad week trading, a certain amount of money comes out of my account without fail. That way, I'm not, just over risking my profit. Because look, what people need to understand is there's 220 trading days a year. All right, you do $200 a day, you're making 50 grand. $400, 100 grand, and on and on and on. And that should be your goal as a trader, to first hit that $200, then move up. But the only way that you can do that is if you're consistently taking profit. And it's better to cry over profit miss than taking the loss and crying about it. Because at the end of the day, nobody has ever gone broke taking profit. So, and this is something that Mike and I drone into everybody's head throughout the course of the day, because we've all been there, and it's the biggest mistake that traders make. positions that are just losers. And especially now in today's market, you can get smoked on a trade, but you don't want a revenge trade, because the next day, you can just hit a home run. So, yeah, that's all I got for now.
Cool, man. That was a great trade today. That was a really great trade today. A lot of people caught that trade, guys. It was a great one in chat today. Oh God, yes, absolutely, guys. Sean says, should someone just starting out join you guys, starting with like $500? Sean, absolutely. Sean, we have a lot of members that have small accounts, and I think it's very important for someone that is a new trader to to get a professional education from the get-go. And that's why we have the beginner and foundation courses, which are courses that literally would start you out from scratch. They would start you from day one. You have no idea what you're doing. The beginner and foundation courses will start you from there. For those of you that are more experienced traders and you're looking to just kind of take your trading to the next level, you can forego those courses and start right with the advanced courses. The advanced courses show you guys the indicators that I use, the setups that I trade, how different indicators work in conjunction with one another. It shows you my risk management strategy. It shows you my favorite patterns that I trade. It shows you how to stay in winning trades longer. It shows you how to keep losing trades small. It shows you all of those aspects. That's the advanced trading. The beginner foundation course is more understanding basic chart patterns, candlesticks, limit orders and market orders, how to set stop losses, like when to use a market order, when to use a limit order, like, when you want to enter trades, like when you see certain patterns, where do you want to get long? Where do you want to take profit? Where do you need to set your stop loss? That's in the beginner and the foundation courses. Okay, so as a brand new trader, Sean, to answer your question, absolutely. I think you should join if you're just starting out, because at TTG, we really do a lot and place an emphasis on one-on-one mentorship and education. And that's why during the day in chat, members have the ability to message myself, Jason, and all of the other moderators in chat to ask us questions. Okay? All of your questions get answered. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You will never be shunned or silenced for asking a question. All right? Guys, I've been doing this for 16 years, but I had a day one also. I had a day one also that I had to ask what you think are stupid questions. I had to ask those questions at one point in my career. Everybody did. Nobody's just born knowing what a trade line VWAP crossover is. Nobody's born and just knows how to use the tier trading strategy. It has to be learned and implemented. You have to ask questions, okay, in order for you to understand the content. That's how you learn. All right. Brandon, that's what you got it. Brandon, you got it. You got to come on board, Brandon, and take the option courses. Options are very, very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Oh, yeah, Brandon, you got it. I'm telling you, bud, come use the 30% discount. Brandon, use the 30% discount. Get the entire curriculum, specifically the options course, and learn how to trade options first. Guys, I beg you, even if it's not my option course, learn how to trade options before you start trading them. You can blow up your account if you do not know what you're doing. It is very, very, very possible for you to lose 90% of your money on one trade. It's also very possible for you to make 300% on one trade, 500% on one trade, 1,000% on one trade. Very, very possible. But that extra potential reward comes with extra potential risk. You have to know what you're doing. So even if it's not my option my option course, just learn before you start trading. Okay, the option course that's on the website teaches you from step one how to trade options, what options actually are, how they work, what affects the price of an option, how to trade options, how to buy them, how to sell them, when you want to buy them, when you want to sell them, what strike price to select, what expiration date to select, how do you know where to set your stop loss. All of these things are covered in the options course that will help you manage your risk and take advantage of the potential higher upside. That's the key to options. Options give you tremendous leverage and the opportunity to hit mammoth grand slam home runs. Guys, I'm not kidding. Like my trade yesterday in the SPY, I made 116%. It really wasn't even that big of a trade. Jason, 137% on the option trade. It ended up going like 500%. Okay. Like making 100% on an option trade is really not even that big. I'm being serious. But you can easily lose 50% in one trade. No problem like that. You can lose 50%. So if you're interested in trading options, but you have no idea what you're doing, I trade options a lot. Jason basically only trades options. He's a phenomenal options trader. Okay. I highly recommend you take the options course first before you start trading options. It can be the death of your account. I'm telling you guys. All right. So take advantage of the 25% discount. Excuse me. Oh my God, 25. It's 30. Take advantage of the 30% discount, guys. Right? You get the entire curriculum for free. Right? All of the courses, not even just the options course. You get the beginner and foundations course, the advanced course, the trader psychology. I mean, all of those courses. Yes, Brandon, because of COVID-19, because of the coronavirus, Brandon, I'm giving away a 30% discount to help people out. A lot of people are out of work. All right. So the normal price is $1,497 for the year. That includes the curriculum. I'm giving this away for 30% discount during the coronavirus situation. So it comes out to $1,047. So it's usually $1,500. Now it's $1,000. Once the coronavirus is over and the economy opens back up and businesses open, it's going back to $1,497. So that's what I'm saying. If you guys are looking to learn and you're considering joining TTG, the time for you to do so is right now. Because after April, it's no more. I would take advantage of the 30% discount. I would take advantage of the 30% discount. Take the courses. Come and chat. Ask the questions. Okay? And get a professional education that you guys can use. Montgomery, this is not a brokerage account. This is TC2000, Montgomery. I trade with Lightspeed. TC2000 is a charting software that I use. In my opinion, TC2000 has the best charting software out there. You could trade with TC2000 if you'd like. They do offer a brokerage service through Interactive Brokers. I'm not a fan of Interactive Brokers. I like Lightspeed. I learned on Lightspeed when I worked at the hedge fund. We use Lightspeed. Lightspeed is a professional institutional platform. So is Bloomberg. The most commonly used platforms for institutions are Bloomberg terminals and Lightspeed. I love Lightspeed. I think they have the best execution in the business. No, Lightspeed doesn't lag. Lightspeed has the best execution that I've seen. I trade with large size. Now listen, Lightspeed has commissions. Okay, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, they all got rid of their commissions. If you have a small account, you do not need Lightspeed. I would suggest using E-Trade, something like that. Get the free commissions, take advantage of it. But if you're a trader that trades with large size, it's you get what you pay for when it comes to execution and fills. You're going to struggle getting clean fills with the brokerage firms that have no commission. Lightspeed executes my large size. I mean, sometimes I still get slippage, sometimes I still get stuck orders, but for the most part, the execution is spot on. It's the best execution that I have seen, hands down, against any of the other brokerage firms. I trade with very large size, so I need good execution. For me, it's worth paying the extra few dollars a trade to get my fill on my position size. I'd much rather pay a few bucks per trade and get filled on my six-figure position than I would not get a clean fill and get a free commission. Not getting the fill is going to cost me way more money than the commission. So for me, it's worth Lightspeed is worth it. And the commissions aren't that high, guys. You can negotiate it with them. You can pay a couple bucks, $3, $4 a trade. It's nothing crazy. Um, it's nothing crazy. All right. What are your fees per? Yep, exactly, Baba G. Shemrocks. You guys, there's so much Shemrocks. I would just suggest watching the YouTube channel then. I give away so much free information on the YouTube channel. I mean, there's some real gems on the YouTube channel. You guys can learn a lot. I guarantee you'll learn more just from watching my YouTube channel than you will buying somebody else's $3,000 program. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And that's just, that's 15% of what you guys will learn in the courses. Because the courses is everything I learned at the hedge fund, just simplified. On YouTube, I give you guys lessons every day for free because I want to help you guys. Yeah, Garen Billick said just found me. Has known Jason for a bit, but can I speak about the Tuesdays? Garen, basically it's simple, bud. I open up the chat room for free on Tuesdays, so you can come and chat and experience a day in True Trading Group and trade with myself. See my screen, hear me on the mic, trade with Jason and the other members in TTG. If you want to register for TTG Tuesday, you guys could go um, to truetradinggroup.com and you can register for the next TTG Tuesday, which is obviously next Tuesday, next week. No, DMCK never goes up. Once you sign up, that's it. You're locked in. You're locked in. Ellis, I do not have an opinion on Tasty Works, actually. I don't really know anything about it. All right, guys. So, guys, that's it. I think that kind of wraps up our live stream here today. Does anybody have any last and final questions The Muss asks, am I thinking of taking any swings on oil? Yes, I am, but only after we get the production cut deal. Shemrocks, we can't go over it again. Shemrocks, I'm sorry, man. We already covered the 137% trade. Shemrocks, but when we're done here, Shemrocks, when we're done, the video posts on the YouTube channel. Okay? So when we're done here, it loads probably in 15 minutes or so. But you can go back and watch the video on the YouTube channel and see the recap on the 137% trade. Yes, Chewy 13. This, guys, everyone that's on, this will be loaded to the YouTube channel. So when we're finished here, it loads up to the YouTube channel. You guys can all go on the channel and watch the entire thing whenever you're free. When the kids go to bed, the wife stops bugging you, all right, whatever it is, you guys can, you're done with work, whatever it is, you guys can go and you can watch this at your leisure. Joel Marshall wants to know what happened with LK. Well, Chinese fraud. That's what happened with LK. I'm getting so sick and tired of these damn Chinese companies and their accounting fraud. It is becoming such a joke, and how frequently a lot of these Chinese companies are complete frauds. Their accounting is a total lie. It's a total lie. So LK was complete fraud. Their accounting was fraud. It was a complete lie. And that's why LK got absolutely crushed, and rightfully so. I hope they get delisted. Okay. I think they're halted, news pending, actually. I have to see what's going on with them. I think they're halted, news pending. Yeah, they're halted, news pending. IQ is another one. IQ is another one. IQ Muddy Waters came out with a report today saying that they think IQ was also a fraud, another Chinese company. That's why you had that wild action today. We'll see if that ends up becoming true. But that's what that was with LK. No, I'm not. Yes, Nikki Thompson. We have an entire vocabulary section in the courses that cover all of the common trading terms. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I speak about certain things. No, Shemrocks, I'm not currently long oil. I will be long some oil stocks if we get a production cut after the OPEC meeting between Saudi Arabia and Russia. Okay, guys? All right, guys, so that's it. I think that concludes our live stream for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Jason and I love having you guys on here. We love doing these live streams with you. I love the recaps. Guys, do not forget, take advantage of the 30% discount. It will not be here for much longer. It will not be here for much longer. The 30% discount right now, you can get a year membership for $1,000. That includes the entire curriculum and a full year of the chat room, the text message trade alerts, the swing trade email alerts, the premium blog, the analyst profile section, and all of the courses. Beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology courses, how to survive and thrive during a stock market crash. You guys also get immediate access to all of the courses that come out in the future. So you get access to all the current courses, and you immediately get access to all future courses as well. It's like the Netflix of trading communities. There's no upsells. So when you guys sign up to be a member of TTG, you get access to all the courses now, and you get access to all of the courses that come out down the road. Ooh, we got some haters. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. Nobody wants you. Get out of here. Nah, there's no upsells, guys. There's no upsells. You just pay the one membership fee and then that's it. All right, guys. So that concludes our live stream recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream and the trade recaps. If you guys have any questions, you can send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. If you guys have any questions. All right. I know, guys. Always. Always. I give away all this free information that I guarantee will teach you guys more than you've ever learned on any other platform. I give it for free, and you still have people that get upset. It's a shame. It is a shame. I highly doubt that. 2006, you're dreaming. You are dreaming. So take it easy, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Make sure to use a 30% discount for the month of April while we still have this COVID-19 situation going on. And I will see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night. Stay safe. Be smart. And I will see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Take care, guys.